Good evening, everyone, and welcome to BunkaMania UK here on Twitch and also on YouTube, watching live. Hello, it's me, the Dekker Dane, joined by Harriett, aka Manga Girl, and it's been a very long week. It's been a long week of wrestling, and for us as well, conventions. And I still think I'm running on some form of battery level. I'd like to say it's 33.33%, but then we have to bring Steiner mass into that, and that's for another topic at another time. Hello, everyone. We are here to talk all things WrestleMania 41 and the Raw After Mania, because yes, a lot happened. It was 2 nights of wrestling. Well, lots of nights of wrestling. If you include SmackDown, and then you include NXT Stand and Deliver, and then you include WrestleMania Saturday, WrestleMania Sunday, and then Raw Monday, and then NXT last night. There's a lot. There's 6 days of wrestling. That's a lot of wrestling, Harriet. It's a lot of wrestling.
You forgot Hall of Fame as well.
That's not wrestling. That's not wrestling.
But it's part of the WrestleMania kind of thingamajig. I can't think. I'm still running on fumes myself, so I apologize. Oh God.
Oh, and hello to people in the chat already. Peter Sedorn, can I just say I'm shocked Mr. Boulder who's here. I'm Mr. Boulder, apparently. I thought after Maricot he wouldn't come to allow Harriet to get the spotlight that Hilton deserved. Even if he's I wonder what we're referring to. And we'll get on to that. Trust me. Trust me, Peter, we're getting on to that. It's like the difference between me and Dwayne is I probably would show up and actually try and get involved in the creative process. But anyway, that's just me. And hello to Moth Fox. Hello to Sean. Hello to the Boo himself, Matty Boo. And yes, as though NXT was lit as well. And hashtag kill Harry. Remember all that stuff. But yes, we were in Nottingham over the last couple of days for KokoroCon, and a main convention has been running for 4 years. We've had the last event for now over this past weekend. Really fun event, really nice. Got to hang out with a lot of friends, also wrestling friends as well. And it was and bless, I think everyone was trying to find ways to allow us to watch WrestleMania, and it's like and I think I've talked about it on my personal streams, but it's just like I just got to the stage of I've paid to come to convention, and I've come to I've paid to come to convention. I want to see friends. I want to party. I want to dance the night away. Little boogie, left, right, and center. And I think if I had the energy and I was able to try and find ways to watch the wrestling, I would. But most nights I wasn't in bed till about 3:30 in the morning, and then not getting much sleep and going, I'm up again. What shall I do? I don't know. Back to bed? Yeah, all right, fine. I also had some things running at the convention that weekend as well, like Taskmaster and stuff like that. So I actually only watched like 2 matches of the entire Mania card at the convention, and that was literally like at 2:30, 3 a.m. with a pizza delivery. And then I pretty much almost passed out during the New Day match with pizza. So I'm in
sleep.
What a way to sleep! What a way to sleep! It's like, a somewhat wrestling match and pizza. What's wrong with that?
To be fair, that match wasn't really a bad thing to fall asleep to. But
I mean, it's a match that doesn't really have to be on the card, but we will likely touch on that at some point. But yes, that's generally why we're a couple of days behind everyone else talking about WrestleMania 41, and also the lengths I've managed to get to avoid any shape of spoilers is.
Oh, you were good.
I found that quite remarkable. Even when people were starting to watch on phones, it's like, no, over there, please.
Yeah, we were like, just go away, please.
It's like I know it's 3 a.m. in the morning and John Cena's about to turn up, but can you please just go over there? Because I want to enjoy it in my own time and be surprised, entertained, and also really perplexed in one go in my own time.
That's what wrestling does.
Yes, what wrestling does. But let's go straight into it in terms of what we thought of the show overall. I'm going to let you kick us off, Harriet. What did you generally think of WrestleMania 41 as a whole?
Okay, this elephant out the room, wasn't as good as last year, but it was not going to be as good as last year, because I actually talked to a lot of people at Kokoro basically saying, oh yeah, will it be as good? And I basically said, no. How can you top last year? Legitimately, it was like a big storyline I'd been building for years, and then suddenly it's come to this good conclusion and happy conclusion. But it was, I know how it started off the beginning of the year where it was going to be bad, but then it turned out to be good. It kind of was the same at the beginning of this year, where the stories kind of started turning and twisting again. It was just like, can lightning strike twice? It didn't. But not to say it wasn't. I don't think it was a bad Mania. I've read so many people saying, "Oh, this is the worst Mania ever in Triple H's era," and it's just like, but how
He's
can
only
you?
had two.
He's
only had two.
That's what I mean. I was just like,
or
oh,
2.5 if you include 2.5 if you include Mania 39, probably.
Well, yeah, but it's just
but
like
still.
I mean, personally, night 2 was the better for me. Personally, there were some good matches on night 1 as well, but night 2 had more of the story-driven ones I was more interested in. So in all, I did enjoy it. I didn't watch it, like, I know you watched it in full. I didn't. I kind of watched it in bursts. So when I had spare moments, I was able to watch it. So for example, when I was getting ready for Masquerade, or like in between, or I did watch some of the matches early in the morning. I actually did watch the main event live for night 2, and then kind of just went backwards, because it's like, well, that's its own separate storyline. I don't think there's anything that's going to coincide with it. But in all, I did enjoy it. Not, like I said, not as good as last year, but I wasn't disappointed in it as many people were. But you know, that's just my opinion, so to speak. But yeah, in all, I'd say good 7 or 8 out of 10. I'd say for that.
I think 7's a fair score. I think we're rating out of 10. I think 7's a fair score. I'm with you. I think there was no way this was going to match the sort of satisfying kind of element of, say, XL last year. I think that there was a lot going into that. A lot of storylines were kind of working quite nicely. You had the whole Rock Final Boss bloodline stuff, all that was working pretty well. You also had some very compelling stuff as well. Drew McIntyre was going off on a tear, or the start of his tear, before he started going into the CM Punk feud and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I think storytelling wise, nothing really seemed to capture the excitement and the buzz that we had going into Mania last year, because a lot of like go-home angles were fairly flat and just kind of like, well, this is a thing that's going to happen. All right.
Or put together last minute.
Oh, put together last minute, yeah, as well. So yeah, I think if you're expecting same amount of storytelling quality, it has dipped a little. But I think it's like the steam is slowly it's run out a little bit. But based on how some things have happened on Raw After Mania, and even on some of this show as well, I think there's going to be some good stuff coming out of it anyway. But yeah, I mean, it generally wasn't a horrible show. It's not something that leaves a sour taste in your mouth, or you just kind of ask why you spent all your time with it. I mean, look at Mania 34. Yes. Yes. After all those hours and watching Brock and Roman have that match, and it's like, great. Just great. All that stuff. So yeah, I think I can understand people being a little bit disappointed in certain aspects of it. But it's not I don't think it's a terrible Mania. I think there are a few matches in here that will make it fairly memorable. And I think we'll talk about that. I think, for example, the best match by far over the weekend was the women's triple threat.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
So good.
We'll get into that match a bit later on, but out of all the matches, that one had the crowd literally engaged from start to finish. Terrific performances, great chemistry, and yes, the storyline going into the match was all over the place with Contract Law and Adam Pearce, and we absolutely mocked that to high hell on our streams. But no, it all came together in the end, and it was a truly amazing match. So we'll touch on some of the big stuff in night 2. So I think our general thing is we're not going to go full detailed play-by-play because there's a lot to cover. So we're going to look through all the matches. If there's more stuff to talk about one match, we will. If there's not much to say about one match, we'll probably just say if it was a match and move on. But that's not to say it was a bad match. It's just, well, this match was more impactful.
There's more to talk about in another,
It's still, and of course, if you are in the chat, do let us know your thoughts. We will have a look. We'll have a look at some of your chats. Matt, the Boo himself said, honestly, I enjoyed it regardless. It was never going to top last year's. And Lerno Tunes, I think you're a brand new viewer. Hello, welcome to the stream. Even a normal Attitude Era match was more entertaining than this main event match. It felt like after watching Avengers Endgame, we watched Thor and Thunder.
Wow.
And I do hate Thor Love and Thunder.
I haven't actually watched it in full, but I watched of it
so basically, if we're going with that, so basically we've had our Avengers Endgame. Now we're in the weird phases for like 5, 6, 7, and then WWE might do a Kevin Feige and go, let's just do Cody and Roman again and throw it at the screen.
It'll work. Come on, keep it going.
It'll work. Make it work. It'll make it work. And we'll do a 5-hour stream and announce every wrestler that turns up at WrestleMania in slow 15-minute things. It'll just end with Cody Rhodes just sat at the end, just going, wow. I love that Lerno Tunes. Perfect. Love it. We're in the niche of the niche fairies. Fair enough. Fair enough. So before even WrestleMania started, we'll talk about this because I have a category called other bits and pieces that happened over the weekend. Okay. Before WrestleMania Night 1 even started, and as I think we were gearing up for like the Rock Party at KokoraCon, WWE just go, oh yeah, we've gone and brought AAA, just out of nowhere.
You told me this, and I literally just jaw dropped. This happened 2 years ago when
that was when UFC brought it on Sunday.
Yeah. And I'm just same reaction. I'm just like, the heck just happened?
No, I remember we were definitely with some wrestling friends because we just told them, and I think it might be Mark. Mark might have just gone, oh yeah, no, what? Like a joke is like, yeah, it's like that's not happening. They haven't bought AAA. They haven't bought AAA. You're just making up as like, here's the WWE video confirming that they brought it. And it's So yes, incredibly unexpected. One of the big companies of Lucha Libre wrestling in Mexico. AAA is being acquired by WWE. So we're not totally sure how that's panning out, but we all know one thing: we're getting a Worlds Collide in June on Money in the Bank weekend. That will be NXT and AAA crossing. Oh, no, I was about to say cross the line, and then people say, "Where's TNA?" Not yet, but would not surprise me if soon. But yes, a Worlds Collide event, and I've been waiting for a Worlds Collide event for ages, so it'll be good fun. Yes, so yeah, that was like the random bit of news that caught and went, huh, and oh, at the same time. So it's gonna be quite interesting. Now, chat, if you're more AEW verse, do let me know. I don't think AAA do much with AEW at the moment. Maybe they might have done stuff previously, but I think it's more CMLL. Might be wrong.
Yeah, because I don't know either, to be fair.
Okay, fair enough. No worries, that's okay. But yes, if anyone in chat likes to, could give me some hindsight on that one, because so I make sure I know my information, that'll be great. But yes, let's kick off with night one. Night one opened up, I think, as a lot of people probably expected this, with Jey Uso versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship, and yes, we were also in the Jey Uso mood, because look, even Harriett was eating.
Uso! Hey, main event Jey Uso is now in your city. It's just me, okay. Day one, it's just me, Day one.
Worth it. Absolutely worth it.
Those glasses were the best thing I ever bought on Amazon. Everyone loved them over the weekend.
And Sean loved it so much that he cheered 10 bits. Thank you very much. much. Sound effects are not in play, unfortunately, today. I think they might be available to redeem as points, but we won't be able to hear them, unfortunately. But yes, Jey Uso took on Gunther. He's been through many weeks of booking where we started out strong and then we got distracted with A-Town Down Under. And then Gunther killed a person.
And we watched it.
And we watched it. And we watched it. And yes, Jey went into WrestleMania as a focused man. He told Gunther to talk to his mum, to pray, because Jey Uso was going to pray because he was going to become a different man. He was going to become a different beast, so to speak.
A different
and
beast.
and yeah, I mean, the match has been fairly. I think the match itself was good. It was better. I think it was better than. I think it was around the same tier as some of their previous matches. But the interesting fact was Jey had taken like a different approach. He was actually using Gunther's moves against him. So you'd see him doing more stiff, like clotheslines or lariats, or even obviously the finish where he chokes out. Way he attempts to choke Gunther, and Gunther just immediately goes.
Yeah, literally.
It's just like, 9, 9, 9. Down impersonations right there. Yeah, I mean, generally this one was a good match. I think the result was never in any doubt.
No, I knew he was going to win. So,
yep. So yes, I think it's nice. I think considering the journey we've been on with Jey since like 2020 all the way through to now, I think it's nice that it's kind of reached a peak. Now I don't know how it's going to really pan forward. Yeah, we're not sure how things are going to like pan forward. I mean, sure. Well, I actually thought that as well, Sean. So Sean in the chat, I'll bring him up on screen. Where is he? There he is. Kind of said, I thought Jimmy was going to attack Jey at the end because Jimmy just kind of slowly appeared in the ring, and it just looked like, just looked like. This isn't like more like a celebrate. It's like I'm gonna come in slowly with the belt. Am I gonna hug you? Am I gonna hit you? I don't know. Oh yeah, Big Jim. Yeah, and then we had Raw After Mania where there was a nice poignant moment where he sort of met Sammy, and Sammy said he wanted to be the first one to come out there and say congratulations with a slight. Is he not going to attack Jey? I mean, that would be a cool program going into the summer. Yeah, especially if Karrion Kross is still about and causing havoc in that sort of way. So yeah, I mean, I've got no real complaints about it. It's just I think maybe with a shorter run up to this match, it could have felt a bit more tight storyline. I think the whole side distraction with A-Town Down Under and just other bits and pieces was kind of very weird.
It just seemed to drag a lot, I think, because it was pretty much the same thing. They come out, talk to each other, tell each other what they thought of each other. It only kind of kicked off when he attacked Jimmy and literally bloodied him. That's when it kind of was like, oh, now we're going into serious mode here. Apart from that, it kind of like people were being sour with Jey because obviously not many people wanted him to win. But it's one of those things. But I'm glad he got his flowers, basically. Yeah,
I think also the important thing as well is the audience in the arenas are different sometimes to the IWC, the Internet Wrestling Community. Yeah. And it's like even when we went to see Raw and SmackDown, people love doing yeeting. People love to yeet. They were yeeting left, right, and center. Even when they hear Jey Uso's music, they yeet and all that sort of stuff. So it's kind of he's a loved character. He very much is a loved character by the crowd, by the audience and stuff like that. So I think that will definitely help moving forward a little bit. I think as long as the feuds are engaging and the feuds are really make the best of Jey Uso, then I think we'll be okay. No real inkling of who the first challenger is going to be because they just had a little bit of a celebration on Raw and that was about it.
I don't know. It could be Sammy. I just have that feeling that he is going to turn on him.
I have a feeling they might be. I have a feeling it might be that Sammy might say, "Hey, could you do your honorary Us a favor? Let's have a match for the world title." And let's just have a very friendly contest, and maybe it doesn't go well per se.
Mm.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we'll see. I mean, Drew's possibly Drew's on SmackDown. I forgot that. I was gonna say, SmackDown. Damn you, damn you, transfer portal. Well, there'll be a draft coming up soon.
That's true.
Yes. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. In terms of Gunther made quite a bit of a smash on Monday by pretty much and he was a big star in Matty's eyes because he took out Pat McAfee. So yeah, really a really good moment that happened kind of after Jey's celebrations. Basically, the cameras come back after the break, and Gunther's just there berating Cole and Pat McAfee for kind of signing with Jey in the match and all that sort of stuff. And then Gunther, how dare he strike Michael Cole?
It was honestly one of my favorite segments of the show. I am not going to lie. And Michael Cole looks such a badass at the end, like saying, "I'm not going to let a bully tell me what to do." So
very lengthy. So ultimately, Pat McAfee takes the proverbial choke bullet by Gunther, gets completely choked out. And then we have, as Harriet just said, just a really cool backstage thing with Pierce going, no, take the rest of the night off. I've got Joe down there. I've got Joe there about to do his thing.
Suit up.
Well, no, he wasn't even wearing a suit. It was just casual. It's like casual Joe. It's like, hello, I'm here. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna try. I can't do a Joe impersonation, but I like Joe as a commentator. Joe is he's grown on me a lot over the last couple of months.
Can I just say about commentators quickly? Wade Barrett making this WrestleMania debut as commentator. Damn good. He was brilliant. Worked well with the other two guys.
Great for Barrett. Barrett had an absolute storm on commentary. Michael, I'm at WrestleMania. I won with the League of Nations at WrestleMania, but we don't really talk about that because it was kind of shit. They kicked me out. So it's going to be interesting to see where Gunther, McAfee, and Cole go. I mean, because McAfee can do some wrestling. I mean, if you've seen him in NXT against Adam Cole, you know he can do some wrestling. It's really, really good. Yeah. So we'll see how that all transpires. And yes, and a nice way to end that little segment before we move on to the next match is even I had a reflective heat.
It's just me, Liz. Day one-ish. Just me, Liz. Day one-ish and all that stuff. Yeet. Or, if we're going to use in the proper tongue, yeet.
Yeet. I think we did
3 in the morning.
3:30. Running on fumes, running on all the Coke and Deserano and cider and sake and all the other spirits and just going, yeah.
See, I was good. I just stuck to water most of the weekend.
Me and Jason, my good friend Jason, we did kind of demolish a bottle of sake together on this Thursday night. And I never really had sake before. It was kind of like, oh, this is quite smooth. Dangerously
it's refined. I actually quite like sake, but that's why it's too dangerous. It's nice. That's why.
I had plenty of drinks on Taskmaster Saturday. Thank you very much.
Oh, I had a few of them as well. They were very nice.
I think there's a challenge for Matty and Jeremy. We need to see some Yeet videos.
I mean, I think Matty, yes. Jeremy, I don't know. I have the still somewhere.
I mean, we're all going to be together in a couple of weeks for the 40th for my XL.
Yeah.
So maybe we can do a group Yeet. We can all be day one-ish.
Okay, so you're saying I need to get 3 more pairs of glasses on Amazon.
You don't necessarily have to.
I mean, if you're all in sync with all the lights, because mine one lights up, so maybe. Unless I can get custom ones that does do Yeet.
Sound loads for Yeets going on. It's like Matty's going, no, we're both. You're cool. You're the boo. You're the boo, Matty.
I'm the uncool one. What are you on about?
You're cool too. You were the Baroness at the masquerade. It was amazing.
Thank you.
That was all good.
I still don't know how I pulled that off. But
yes. See, all that was cool and exciting and interesting to talk and think about.
Wicked cool.
Wicked cool. Yes, it is. But yeah, New Day versus War Raiders for the Raw Tag Team Championships. It was a match.
This was definitely there should have been an email.
Should have been an email. Should have been like on a Raw before Mania, to be perfectly honest, or on a pre-show.
Even had a video package of like this big thing that happened. It was like 2 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love it when Xavier Woods is currently going. I want everyone to bow down and say, "Thank God for the New Day." I love that catchphrase. It's wonderful. It really is. Yeah. And also, if you haven't been watching it on Dimension 20, Titan Takedown's a lot of fun as well with New Day, Chelsea, and Bailey. But yes, ultimately, it was the Clash of Clans promotional tie-in match to which the Raw Raiders were dressed up as Vikings.
Because why not? They used to be the Viking Raiders. Is like, why don't we just
all the Viking experience. The Viking experience. I can't remember which Raw After Mania that was, but the Viking experience.
Those were the dark times.
The dark times, the forgotten times, and they should stay forgotten for good reason.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with the match. They were fine. It was a fine match. It probably was a bit of a palate cleanser after people being happy for Jey's win, but honestly, my notes just basically say it's fine, but the Raw Tag Team division sorely needs improving.
Oh God, yeah, definitely.
I mean, you've got some good teams there. You got New Day, you got War Raiders, you got Alpha Academy, you got American Made. I think this will be a thriving ground for Fraxium when they're called up, because they've just lost the NXT tag title. So if now's the time to bring them up, now is the time, to be perfectly honest.
Yes,
there's still a couple of good tag teams in NXT as well that could come up and flesh that bit out a little bit. I mean, you got A10 Down Under, but yeah. Last time the Raw Raiders were this done, they were in a dumpster with the Street Profits, and wasn't that was a WrestleMania lockdown, wasn't it?
Oh God, it was. Yeah, the pirate one.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh no, 36. No, 36. Sorry. Lockdown one was 36.
Yeah.
Then the proper pirate one was 37.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah. That was when Omos was a ninja.
Oh dear God. Oh my God. Okay.
There's like the dark times. I mean, we got the Boneyard match and the Firefly Funhouse match, so I take that as a slight possible.
Yeah,
thing.
Firefly Funhouse is still one of my all-time favorite matches. I don't care what anyone says.
but we did have a 45-minute match where Randy Orton and Edge or Cope or Ledge, as we now like to call him, was just currently just walking on going, "I'm tired. Let's just fight in this room. All right. Let's go fight in the warehouse. All right.
We actually found a shop in Nottingham called Cope as well. I did take a photo. I just never shared it.
We need to send that to Matty. I'm sure that will help with all the coping. Coping of cope. I don't know. We'll go with that.
How much sleep have we had? Not enough.
I've got water.
I've got water and Pepsi Max. It's doing nothing.
The Pepsi Max, it does nothing. I still haven't tried strawberries and cream. I know that's available. That's now widely available now. I need to try that this week.
It's okay. Matty is the connoisseur of those drinks because he likes them both. I think,
the connoisseur of the Pepsi Max.
Well, of those two flavors, definitely.
Just to point out, we're not sponsored by Pepsi Max.
No, but please do.
Yet. Anyway, moving on. Now, Harriet, I don't know if you knew this, but there was a storm coming in Los Angeles. Las Vegas. Sorry, wrong location. There was a storm coming in Las Vegas. They had the weatherman. They had the weatherman going, "There's a storm going on. The things are blowing around me."
Oh, so funny, that intro. It was just like, I couldn't believe I saw it. And I was just like, you know what? Let's roll with it. Sod it.
You thought they'd be a lot more serious than that. Like, if you really kind of like to demonstrate Jade Cargill's badassery, you kind of want to have like proper like This is like Twisters going on. You need people going, we're going into the heart of the storm. All this sort of stuff.
It's like Naomi had a cool intro with the caution tape.
Yes.
And a new intro, a new song.
And new music, yes.
So good as well. And I was just like, oh, this is kicking off. And then you see Jade. It's just like, okay. But don't get me wrong, it was good.
Jane's actual entrance was great. It's
Yes.
the whole there's a storm coming around the stadium and I don't know what to do. You just kind of you kind of just want someone to go, and I just wanted to blow away into the air. No,
I'm guessing he was a local weatherman who
he
was
probably was. He probably was. He probably was. And I cared little for him.
We're sorry, but we just don't know. Like, we have our own weather people we know here, but
where's Michael Fish when you need him? Is he actually alive? That's the next bad thing I need to check.
I think he is still.
Yes, he's still alive. He's 80 years old. It's fine. Where's Michael Fish? Michael Fish could have just gone there. He could have just gone, well, they say there's a bit of a storm happening in Las Vegas. I don't think it is. And we'll leave it at that.
No one knows the reference. Fine. It's fine. Apparently, I slept through that storm. So, yeah. I am that old.
No, I think back in 1987, Michael Fish kind of did a weather forecast, and someone said, "Oh, there's rumblings of a hurricane happening in this county," and he just went, "I don't think that's going to happen," and then it did.
Yeah, very bad storm later.
A very bad storm later. Oh dear. Anyway, Jade Cargill versus Naomi was our third match on the card on night one. Yeah, I enjoyed this one. It was a good match. It was entertaining, and I think it was the strength spots from Jade really kind of sold it through as well. Because there were great moments where it's like Naomi was doing things like jumping off the top rope. Jade just catched her and just putting her straight into like a vertical suplex, and then going and then dropping, and then even like the going from back body to just spin around and then do the power bomb as well was really cool.
Yeah, the electric chair, wasn't it? And then
electric chair. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
God,
spin. So it's like, and Shauna said in the chat, Jade got better as it went on, and I think I think it was a fun match. Naomi had some good viciousness to her as well.
Yes.
I hope they do more with the caution character moving forward, because I think it's been kind of like a revelation to see Naomi just kind of get rid of the day glow and just go into like
crazy
evil mode.
Yeah.
And if you need more contenders for Tiffany moving forward, Naomi's perfect to do it.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Just putting some of the chat to them as well. Let's share the powerbomb spot was impressive as well. So yeah, I think overall, I think story and match was successful.
Yeah, I think it concluded the way it should have concluded. And now I don't know if Bianca's going to come back into the storyline. I don't know, because there's still that kind of, on SmackDown before, they kind of had a thing where they still hadn't resolved it, so maybe that might be a continuation going forward.
Well, I still kind of think Bianca was involved in it as well.
I do as well, but it's just like, but have we gone past that now, sort of thing?
We'll see.
I don't know. Yeah,
we'll see. I mean, judging by Raw and Io and Rhea are still kind of engaging with one another, I don't think Bianca's continuing on Raw. She'll probably go back to SmackDown.
Yeah, I think so.
And we'll see things from there. But yes, generally, fun match. Good match.
Good.
All parties won. Yeah. I think the next match on my card is LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu for the United States Champion match, where we saw the werewolf capture the belt. This was the night of the belts change hands a lot.
Oh yeah, there was so many changes. There was just like, apart from one, it
was like, you get a belt, you get a belt, you get a belt. This is okay. Tiffany, keep the belt.
Can I just say, Jacob's mask was so good. Apparently, it was made by the same person who made Bray Wyatt's masks.
Ah, nice.
So that's why I was just like, that's why the horror aspect was it. But yeah, very cool intro. That was very interesting that Solo just left him to do that on his own.
Yeah.
To be fair. No, it was just him on his own, literally.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people kind of predicted in some way that Jacob would either win the match outright, or Jacob would lose the match because Solo
Interfere. Yeah.
just going, I'm Solo and I'm getting involved. It's like, no, Solo, go back there. go
Just stay
backstage.
there. Yeah.
Go back. Talk to the weekend.
Shouldn't have done that. Sorry, my arm is still hurting me from the convention. Ow. Sorry.
But no, yeah, again, a nice solid match. Good
Yeah.
back and forth. Some really inventive spots. Moonsault into the BFT reversal was quite good as well.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, you cannot stop a Samoan werewolf like Jacob Fatu. He will just keep getting up and he will be a monster. And yes, Fatu claimed the belt pretty easily. A lot of people are happy with that. I think it's quite it's good. It's good showing of WWE's faith in Fatu if they've put him into this position. He's probably 8-9 months because he debuted a couple of months after Mania last year.
Yeah, and it kind of kicked off when he did that solo spot on his own, just doing promotion, and then suddenly it was just like, right, everyone's who's Solo, let's go to focus on Jacob. And yeah, I think that is the quickest it's been in a while for a superstar to get that push, and he deserves it because he is a good wrestler, he's a good promo talker as well, and you know what you need right now in WWE. So yeah, I mean I really like LA Knight, but I'm really glad he won the championship.
Yeah, I think Fatu is just such a unique character. Obviously, in the way he does promos, obviously the way he does stuff in the ring, just the explosive athleticism as well, just by going into like doing flips and something you don't expect men of his build to really do. So it's kind of it's quite impressive, and the crowd have taken to him. The crowd have taken him. They even taken to Tama Tonga as well. Yeah.
Because now injured, I think.
Yes, I believe so. Sadly, hopefully not for long, because the crowd do love a good yeah. Yeah, but no, I think right result, fine. Yeah, let's see what happens. I think ultimately we'll probably lead into a story with Solo in some way.
Oh, jealousy.
Yeah, jealousy, all that sort of stuff. I had that on my notes as well. Jealousy, wonderful, terrific. Great minds think alike. It's good.
Exactly.
It's good. So yes, Samoan Werewolf. We'll see what happens with the US title on the next SmackDown coming up this Friday. And then we obviously the original match we were supposed to have next was Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. But unfortunately, Rey Mysterio got injured on SmackDown the night before. Yes. So they brought in Rey Fénix instead to take on clearly not Chad Gable in Lucha. Clearly not Chad Gable at all.
It's only a rumor.
Only a rumor. I mean, you haven't seen him in the same room twice, so make of that as you will, to be perfectly honest. And it's very interesting that this match kind of happened because there was some sort of AAA involvement in as well. Some of the wrestlers were kind of, because Vikingo, apologies if I butchered that name. Vikingo was in like the front row near Funky Bear as well.
Yeah, because they did show the people who are part of AAA as well in the crowd at the same time. So yeah. But
it was sad Mysterio had to drop out due to injury. But I think Fénix is probably the right person to bring in because he has been quite exciting to watch on SmackDown at the moment. Yes. And it's like over the last couple of weeks, because I hadn't seen Fénix wrestle in ages when I was like deeply watching AEW stuff. So just seeing him come in over the last 2 weeks, having good matches with Nathan Frazier, with Berto and stuff like that, it's like, holy hell! Yeah, Fénix is amazing. It's just there's just something kind of like energetic about the offense as well, which makes it quite engaging, which makes him very exciting to watch. And naturally, because Chad Gable, El Grande Americano, is really, really good in the ring. They had a really fun match.
It kind of got more aggressive as the match gone on, especially with El Grande Americano. It's just like kind of getting more angrier as the match was going, because he was like, it's not going well for me.
It's not going well. Let's crack out Chad Gable's moveset. He'll be proud of me. He'll be proud that I recognize a good American wrestler like El Chad Gable.
Gracias.
All that stuff. And it got quite good. There was like, I think one of the standout moments is the El Grande Americano's like a 450s roll, which he just landed back on top of Fénix. Yeah. Because I didn't know that was a botch or anything to begin with. I was like, no, I think that was intentional.
I think it was. I think it was, yeah.
it was very ow.
Yeah.
It's very ow. But yes, El Grande, he had to find a win somewhere, and the little metal plate in his forehead helped him out again.
Yeah.
And then Phoenix just decided to kick him in the head and go, "Oh no, my foot! My foot hurts."
I just saw that and I just burst out laughing because I was just like, how does one tiny bit of metal cause your ankle to break?
It's really. I don't know if you've seen bits of metal, but they're really hard. And especially the thin ones, they're hard. And you kick it and you break every bone in your foot. And you just go, ow!
I'm definitely raided.
It is kind of dumb wrestling.
It's good dumb wrestling.
It's like I don't know, it's up there with like the D'Lo Brown chest protector side of things.
Oh my god! Oh jeez! God, that takes me back. Bloody hell!
Bloody going sounds like he was wearing an irritated band. Hey, Belford, you doing well?
Not far off. It's just the symbol. That's all it is. It's nothing else.
It's like is there anything around my desk that demonstrates how it's probably the size of this Locana card size. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah. Just basically, I'll just tuck that into the mask right there.
Yeah.
It's going to protect my head, and it's going to be very dangerous for anyone who puts their foot or head near it.
Yeah.
Pretty much like this.
It stinks.
and yeah, basically.
Okay, how long was that going to stay?
I don't know. Ray hit his foot. He went ow, and then Chad did the headbutt. El Grande. El Grande Americano did the headbutt. And that was that. And then Vikingo got into the ring, and it was, and there was possibly things that it'd be interesting to see if anything sort of pans out into like Worlds Collide in June, possibly.
Oh, that would be good, yeah.
But we shall see.
I think so.
But I think that the big coffee, the giant coffee is going to continue in the giant coffee, the big coffee versus all of Lucha Libre wrestling continues.
I'm so surprised he hasn't come out with a coffee cup at some point. It's just like there is a gimmick there that has to be done.
I mean, he could do what John Cena did for like the snack cone and just go snap down. That's the only advert I remember for the entire weekend. I was like, oh, this is a thing. Okay. Just John Cena just storming into places shouting snack down.
That's the happiest he's been in a while that we've seen on TV.
Yes. Yeah, bottom line, decent match.
Yes, bottom line, it was good. The change made it the same, but it was still good, you know.
Yes. And then next we have Tiffany Stratton defending the women's championship against Charlotte Flair. Now, you wouldn't know from the promo and the ring work that these two don't like each other, and the build-up has been a clusterfuck.
You're just saying that. That's very lightly.
I'm using light words, despite the fact he dropped an F-bomb as well.
Yeah, I was gonna
say. It's like, Ian, that's putting it lightly. Even though you did drop a swear there.
I could drop a lot more because I did not. I mean, the whole promo was just like the whole, the cluster of what happened 2 weeks before. The promo, like you said, it made it look like there was nothing that happened.
It was
just like,
it's just a good clashing of new superstar versus veteran superstar. I mean, we don't have to talk about awkward interviews or publicly calling out divorce rates and
slipping and sliding into
DMs, all this sort of ludicrous, kind of just going, just sat there in this black turtleneck, just European elegance, just going, I don't know what's going on.
I loved how he mentioned it on Raw the following night, though. Like he did slip that in. It's just like
it's like everyone's talking about Ludwig Kaiser, and they should. And also, he's very entertaining.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Tiffany beat Charlotte. I think it was the right result.
Yes.
Match was fine.
It was okay. I was kind of, it was, I thought it was gonna be a lot worse than it was, but I ended up enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good sort of match. There's some really good work in the ring. But yeah, I think the build's kind of maybe not interested in this, and it's a little bit frustrating, I suppose.
I think also the problem was Charlotte was supposed to go in as a face, but then straight away the fans were pretty much like they pretty much turned her heel again because Charlotte, it's the whole Charlotte wins lol sort of thing with Rumble, and they just didn't want her to win. And Tiffany has grown a lot since becoming champion. She's a great wrestler. I really love her work. And I couldn't see it going any other way than Tiffany winning, because I would have been really mad if Charlotte had won. I'm not going to lie, because I kind of like over the fact every time Charlotte comes back, she has to win a championship. It's like, no, give someone else a chance to do it. And Tiffany is definitely the right person at the moment to have it for a while. I do like the fact that Tiffany and Charlotte look very much alike. They attacked alike as well. They were attacking each other's legs, and it's just like, is Charlotte copying Tiffany?
They had the same coloured ring gear, and I was waiting for someone in commentary to make, well, someone's got to change. That's in a way.
Family Guy reference,
Also, just side note, Tiffany's entrance was quite fun. Was actually quite fun and quite ingenious with the AV, because basically they had like three like Barbie boxes, and on two sides there were like LCD screens of Tiffany doing different things, and then there was like real Tiffany in the middle, just going, "Hello, everyone. I should come out for a match now," and just pushes the thing open. So
that was cool.
There wasn't a lot of inventiveness in terms of the entrances this year. That kind of disappointed me. I mean, the stage is pretty huge. Now, the thing I didn't realize about the stage is that I saw there were people on the sides.
Yes.
I didn't realize there were people above it as well. That would be really bloody cool.
I know, right?
Top bit. Just overlooking the runway, because then you have a good view down to the ring. You also got the video screens there as well. That just would have been cool.
Oh, yeah. I'm just trying to imagine it, and it's just like, that would be amazing. You're literally on the Titantron.
Yeah, literally, right in front of it as well.
Yeah, so you could see the match and the wrestlers go down. Especially if you're down the sides and you saw like them just slowly go by. I have seen video footage of people filming the wrestlers, and it looks really cool. It's just like, but I think they were very expensive, those tickets. So,
wow. So
I did see one report today.
Might be 30 grand, might be something else, who knows?
I mean, Randy Orton.
Randy Orton's going, it was like, that's why you're doing big business, Randy. The prices for our tickets for Raw and SmackDown were not cheap either.
No, but still, they were the best we could get.
Oh dear. Anyway, so Tiffany versus Charlotte. Hopefully that's done for now, and then I'd be interested in Tiffany versus Naomi.
Yeah.
Time.
I was going to say Tiffany ended up with a chipped tooth as well.
I only noticed that today, because I think I had watched the match, but I hadn't picked up that there's some teeth chipping there.
Yeah. I think it got fixed by the time she did the promo, so that she must have put like a kit or something to fix it, sort of thing. So yeah.
Also must appreciate in the chat this. Now, what do you think that's supposed to be?
I'm running on fumes, so you're gonna have to spell it out, like yeet. Oh, of course, Randy.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. I never even saw the comment underneath. God, I need more sleep.
We'll talk about Randy and the man you say your name, and he appears in a little bit. But we have to finish off night one with a triple threat with CM Punk and with Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns all alone, and Seth Rollins, who's quite irritated, both of them having a match.
This was one of my favorite matches of the night. It really was. It kind of like, the story was weird, because it was kind of like, okay, I don't know who's got the beef with who anymore, but it kind of worked out well in the end.
Ultimately, this was a battle for custody of Paul Heyman.
That's
basically what it was. Sorry. You just didn't know it. You just didn't know it until the match happened. You went, oh.
Is it the custody of Paul Heyman on the ladder match like they did with Dominic Mysterio years ago?
They did, but this is just Paul just looking around very sad on the outside. There's a great clip of someone putting it to SpongeBob music.
Yes, I saw it.
Paul just why are they fighting? Why are they fighting? So yeah, basically just a quick recap of the story going into this.
Yeah.
Punk called in his favor. He wanted to have Paul Heyman bring him down to the ring. He had is it in living color?
Living Color, yeah.
Yep, performed his
Hospitality.
theme tune live as well. It was fun. His entrance promo was actually quite good as well. The whole like
Used his old theme. as
yeah, he got a
well.
little bit of the fire burns, all that sort of stuff. Even Roman's entrance, you had like the playing card stuff kind of like dropping down
And with his dad.
dropping down with like flashings of the Anawani family as well, which
Yeah,
is really, really cool.
That was beautiful, I will say.
Seth had a flamethrower.
No, Seth. No. I need to talk about Seth's intro because it's like the whole coming out in the black and then the lights went out and then he set stuff on fire first and then he came out in white. The glasses. Oh my God, it looked like a fawn, like glasses. And I'm like, it's Easter Sunday. Is this blasphemous? That's the first thought I thought in my head.
Oh yeah, because he was basically, he kind of reminded me of like a wrestler Liberace.
Yeah.
when he was decked out in white and patterns,
Yeah.
just doing his little stroll down to the ring. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, yeah, it's another one of these matches that's been set up, which the storytelling's been a bit okay.
Yeah.
It's just here, there, everywhere. You just kind of go, okay. Well, they both hate Rollins. Rollins hates both of them. Roman hates Punk because Punk's got Paul now and all that sort of stuff. And it's like, well, we're just going to have a fight.
Punk is just there.
We're just going to have a fight and Paul's just there. And it was a really good fight. They went, it's like Seth and Punk got into the crowd. They threw things around. They threw bins at each other. I think Rollins might have borrowed someone's replica belt as well. I recall Rollins picking up a replica belt and just almost hitting Punk with it.
Oh my God, I must have missed that.
In the first bits of the crowd stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
and then there's that great moment where Reigns just decides to fling himself over the barricade, almost knocking over some attendees at the same time.
Oh, we could talk about that the next night as well. But yeah,
yeah.
that was a great leap. It was just literally, there's a great photo that someone shared with me, and it's basically, I think it's Seth leaping in the air and Roman's going like that. It's beautiful, but it's just like, yeah, that leap into the crowd was just like, yep. That was cool. That was a really cool moment. And the hydration station finally got destroyed.
Yes. I mean, I'm disappointed Logan Paul didn't try to drink some of it while he was fighting AJ on the Sunday. But anyway,
That's true. Yeah.
that's true. But yeah, I mean, in a good old fashioned triple threat match, it starts slow and then it goes into kind of, well, I mean, the women's triple threat match actually goes straight into overdrive from get-go. But anyway, pretty much. But for the men, it builds up and it just keeps building up with near fall after near fall, GTSs, spears, pedigrees, stomps, all that sort of stuff. And it all comes down to the moment of Paul Heyman's had enough of this shit. He's gone to grab a chair and he's given it to Punk because it's like, I've got to help my friend just finish this off. Yeah. Roman's down. We can do this. And Punk and Heyman approach. And then the thing that I think pretty much I saw coming a mile away.
Yeah, I saw it as well.
Paul punches him in the dick.
Yep.
No. And it's like, no, of course. And then Roman's laughing. He's going, ha, Paul's been on my side all the time. And it's like, look, here's a chair for you, my tribal chief. My tribal chief. And look, Seth's precariously placed like you were when in the Shield. It's like life imitating art, per se. And even then, you knew what was about to happen as well.
Yep.
Well, because then Roman got punched in the dick. He didn't just get punched in the dick. He had Paul Heyman's fist literally rearrange his balls. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. He did like the he did like and it looks wrong on the stream anyway, but you know what I mean. Harriet's broken.
You're not wrong. That's the thing.
It's like Paul just punched that dick and just went, you know what? I'm just going to shake that fist all around and hit the balls as well. It looks stupid. It was stupid, but it's... Oh no, he put the ball in tribal chief. Oh.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it did look weird at the angle I was at, and I'm like, I'm not thinking about it.
If it was just a simple punch to the dick, fine. But the fact that Paul got in there and just wiggled his fist around, or elbow, or forearm, you did a forearm smash there. I don't know. But it brought Reigns down. Maybe you need to be more effective when you have to bring Reigns down. I don't know. Maybe maybe Paul's learned that secret. I don't know. But Seth took the chair. He wailed on Reigns.
History repeated itself.
Years
ago.
And a stomp. And Seth wins now with a Paul Heyman in
evil Paul Heyman.
So that should be a t-shirt, not.
I mean,
should be just going.
Me in the corner, just like dying.
Yes, but no, I had a going back to the match itself, and instead of how Paul Heyman punches people in the dick now.
I will say. Go on, sorry.
No. After you. I'm collecting my thoughts.
There was one great move where Roman was going for a spear to Seth, and then Seth turned it into a pedigree, and I was just like, do you know what? God damn, that was a great move. There was so many. The last 5 minutes, they literally just wailed on each other. Like that was when, it's like you said, it started off slow, and then literally the last 5 minutes, they're really much like. There was. Sort of thing. There was
the bit where Seth's just going to Roman and he's going, "Hey, we won the Shield.
Yes!
Don't you remember me, you, Mox?" And everyone then going, "You said Mox on WWE. What does that mean?" Nothing.
Oh God.
It's not as bad as last year when we heard the Shield music and went, "Shit, Mox is back."
Oh God, it's just like 2 years in the road. Stop it.
Stop
tease me with the Shield reunion.
Stop promising us Mox when he's clearly got a belt of his own in a suitcase and driving people mad over there.
Yeah, and the fact, well, not in a good way.
Not in a good way. Anyway, but yeah, the whole Shield thing is like, oh, Booker's like, let's do a Shield powerbomb. Let's just do it for old time's sake. It'll be fun. All that sort of stuff. And then Reigns looks like he was about to do the thing from WrestleMania favorites.
Oh, the memories I had of that.
And then just powerbombed both. Powerbombed them both through.
Off each table.
Yeah.
Which was made by metal, by the way.
Yes. And also, I liked the commentator tables for Mania because it was like a little like if you sat down to play some blackjack. It was like a poker table, that sort of stuff.
Yes.
But yes, that's besides the point. Yes, smashy.
That was the last match. Why not?
The too long didn't read version. Smashy.
When I finished this, my parents would go, "What were you laughing at tonight?" Oh, someone got hit in the balls. We're talking about smashy. I mean, you know.
It's like, what happened in the wrestling? Smashy.
I'm a drink. This is what happens when you spend 4 days at a convention and you don't have much sleep. I have to go to work.
I mean, I still feel very tired from all this. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. Okay, right.
Anyway. But yes, bottom line is Seth Rollins won that match and Paul Heyman's aligned with him. And they are clearly a nice new faction now. And they've also got themselves a dog in terms of Braun Breaker.
Oh.
As of
Yeah.
As of the end of Monday, I was about to say run day. Uh-oh. Do Scooby-Doo that? Uh-oh. Run day my more? No, Scooby. Monday Night Raw.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. So Steph's building a sort of new faction to control things. I mean, there's a possibility. I would not be surprised if Becky gets involved at some point, and we'll talk about Becky very soon.
Yep.
But no, it's like it's one of the more exciting developments out of WrestleMania, because like I probably wouldn't have been too opposed if Punk or Roman won. It's like either one of them would have been fine. But the fact is Rollins wins, and Rollins has been on a bit of a tear with the promos in terms of going into like super serious mode and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I think the writing that it was going to be Seth was probably from the moment he said, "Oh, by the way, Paul, now you owe me a favor," all that sort of stuff.
His promo on SmackDown was incredible, and he copied pretty much the pipe bomb sitting in the middle of the ring, just literally just like, well, this is how I feel. And that's when he brought up Moxley at the beginning, and you could hear the crowd just suddenly go as well. It was incredible, that promo. So good. But yeah, I will admit, when I saw Braun turn up on Raw, my reaction genuinely, because I watched this during my break at work, was literally literally like, oh my god, no way. But it makes sense because he was like I think Paul Heyman endorsed him a couple of years ago on NXT.
Yeah, on NXT, yeah. So essentially, essentially, well, it'll be great. A Braun versus Roman match would be fun. Battle of the Spears, and and that's now 2 spears he's delivered to Braun. Braun's delivered to Roman.
Royal Rumble
without much for stuff. But a little thing from the giraffe from me himself. Evaluation what the name of Ron's faction could be.
I mean, people, I know, I don't know. It's kind of, I know people saying sword to go with shield, but I don't think that would work.
Sword would have worked if they had Drew and Kevin.
Yes. Yeah. It's hard. I don't know, because unfortunately sometimes with names in WWE they're either hit or miss. The Revolutionaries is quite a good one, yeah.
Or the Visionaries.
True.
Depends what new name what you call it Rollins now gives himself, because he's been a messiah, he's been a visionary, he's been an architect.
Yeah.
So it depends if there's something now. You never know. Hopefully we'll have an idea soon. But it's intriguing. It's exciting as well, because it's like it's a fresh combination of people. We've got Breaker, who might be, if they do like an evolution or kind of evolution focus, if it's like the evolution per se, you can have Breaker in the Batista role.
Yes, yeah, that's true. He could do the whole moment again sort of thing.
Yeah. Make it visionaries.
No.
Visionaries, wrestlers of the realm. So does that mean
who's Robert Goulet?
Who's Robert Goulet? Well, that'd be Rollins because he's got the beard.
But he has the voice.
I don't know. Something to think about in future. Anyway.
Oh, he'd be Mighty Darkstorm.
He'd be Darkstorm.
There you go.
Night 2 of WrestleMania 41 happened on the Sunday.
What a segue.
Visionaries. Heyman is more. Heyman Baldwin.
Yes.
Heyman is Brian Baldwin. Oh, that's going back to my streams. Right. Okay. So, night 2 WrestleMania kicked off with the best match of the entire weekend.
Yep.
Of the women's triple threat. Io Sky defending against Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. And this was full throttle triple threat action from the get-go, and it was fun.
I loved this match. I've actually watched it 3 times. That's how much I enjoyed this match. Ironically, I had to, because a couple of times I fell asleep and I was like, no, I really want to watch it in full. I loved the whole storyline of the fact it was pretty much Bianca and Rhea had beef. They didn't really give Io a second thought, but Io was the one they needed to look out for because she was just like, "No, I'm having my time to shine," and goddamn, she did. But then it kind of developed throughout the whole match of Io. They are actually realizing, wait a minute, Io is actually a threat here. We need to kind of deal with her as well as deal with each other's beef, because they even did try to pie face her, and she was like, "Nope. Screw you both.
No
Not
pie
doing it
face.
this time." And it was so damn good. Like the crowd was chanting, "This is awesome," which it was.
Mm.
I don't know if I'm glad or not it was the first match, but it would have been a main event match at some point if it wasn't on Mania. But I loved it. And not being biased because Rhea was in it. I just thought it was an incredible match to begin with. The whole storyline leading up to it, was very much. But yeah, tight like contracts and whatnot. Lol. I'm surprised Adam Pearce did not come out at this point, but yeah, no, that match was incredible. The moves that they pulled off against each other, it was just beautiful. It was well done, and I'm really happy with the outcome and going forward as well, because obviously it develops more into Raw after. But yeah, those are my thoughts.
Yeah, it was just it's like some of like reversals as well. It's like Io goes for the moonsault, gets feet to the face by Rhea. She bounces straight back into Bianca, who gives her a KOD as well. So it's like it is kind of like a wonderful kind of just the fluidity, because sometimes in triple threat matches
they lose pace.
It kind of lose pace. It can be a bit staggered, but I think both the triple threat matches show that when you've got the right sort of wrestlers in the ring, they can gel really well together, and they can just create something that's really captivating.
Yeah.
And this match is just so much fun.
It was great. It really was.
Absolutely. And the right person won, because I had an inkling the more they were doing the pie facing to Io, and the fact they kept thinking Io as a second thought. It's like, yeah, she's retaining in that sort of way. Because I think some people were going, "Oh yeah, Bianca could win," and then basically we have the long feud until it's like Bianca and Rhea. I mean, you can still do that match next year.
Exactly.
You can still do that match next year. I think the problem with trying to get that to happen this year was just quite simply the story didn't work, or basically we didn't have the story right in place to begin with, and it should have probably started a bit earlier than, say, Elimination Chamber.
Yes, because it was the night after Elimination Chamber she won it, wasn't it? Because it wasn't on Elimination Chamber. It was the Raw after. Yeah,
it was the Raw after WrestleMania. No, Raw after Elimination Chamber. Yeah. All that sort of stuff.
And also, it keeps continuing the story that Rhea has never pinned Io.
Yes.
As well.
Yes, absolutely. So so we from Raw after Mania, Io had a nice little match with Stephanie Vaquer.
Oh my god. I love this so much. I was screaming. I love Stephanie. I was just like, yes, please hook it to my veins. Give this to me now.
And then a really good match as well.
It was a brilliant match until the end, but I understand why they did it. You had to make both of them look strong as well. Who would lose on that match now? So yeah.
Unless you were seriously going to do like a champion program of each other. But no, that got broken up by Roxanne Perez, and then
Julia
and evil Julia now. And,
evil Julia.
Yes.
So they did tease Julia and Rhea, and I was just like,
it's like. I mean, to a degree, because I don't know how long they're going to keep Julia in NXT, because she's been there for about 6 months now.
Yes, I'd say that. And then she got injured for a bit, hence why Julia won both titles. But not Julia. Stephanie won both titles. I mean, I could see Stephanie go to the main event as well. Both of them could go at the same time because they are both good. But you don't want to kind of take away from the women's division in NXT, because it's good as it is at the moment, and it's like, but it was good to see them all on Raw. It was a nice surprise, I will say.
Yeah, I think after NXT last night, Perez is pretty much ready for main roster now. I think it's just a matter of time of when the draft happens and her name gets called up, or she just goes straight up anyway.
I mean, I thought she was, but then she kind of disappeared a little bit into the ether.
and we'll probably talk a bit more about this when it comes to the Becky and Lyra match. But it's kind of like there was a perfectly good Mania program on the table, or some table on the program for Perez and Bayley.
Yeah, I have my thoughts on that, which I will come to. Don't worry.
But yeah. But anyway, Io Sky is currently still the best women's wrestler there on WWE.
And actually, both women's matches, neither changed hands.
Yes, absolutely. Next was Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest having a Sin City Street fight in a match that was sponsored by Doom and with some music from someone from Slayer.
Yeah.
Yes, pretty much. Though I absolutely loved Drew coming out in like armor decked to like Doomslayer or medieval Doomslayer. That was cool.
That was very cool, yeah.
That was very cool. And then Damian Priest just kind of rocked out with the guy from Slayer.
Yeah.
This
goes over my head, unfortunately.
Which I know of the band, but I do not know of the music and listen to the music.
Oh
no.
You've made someone angry. Sorry, Jeremy.
Sorry, Jeremy.
Sorry.
Let me. It's Slayer's Kerry King. There we go. I got the name. I got the name. But no, it's like this guy's from Slayer. It's like, okay. He's playing because I originally thought, is that the guy who does music for Doom? Because the guitar riff, the guitar riffing he was doing was kind of Doom-esque as well. So it's like, okay, maybe they're both being sponsored by Doom at the same time. Oh.
Okay, fair.
And also apparently oh no, wrong one, sorry.
His guitar.
Oh, and also Drew looked cool, meaning like the fact to wear it, giving up his I mean he's currently doing collab work with The Rock on sportswear. So it's like, this is how sponsorship works, Drew. I kid. But no, it was quite. They had fun. Yeah. They had some fun. They had some fun entrances, and they had a match, and there were weapons. Tables got smashed.
There were selfies.
Which was quite fun. Drew McIntyre's selfie getting is on point, and to be honest, it's like, considering this was like when the people started hearing about this match, people just went, bleh. But at least Drew and Damien just went, no. We'll make you vaguely interested in this match. We'll just beat the living shit out of each other for a couple of weeks. How's that? Done. with mostly Damian Priest just doing the great, oh Lord, he dead face.
And then wear an eye patch for 2 weeks.
No. That was Damien. Damien does the oh Lord, he dead face.
Oh no, yeah.
Because every time like Drew got the advantage, Damien just kept going.
Damien has the best face of like knocked out cold. It's great.
It's like, are you there? It's like, are you there, Damien? Damien.
I can smell colors.
My favorite color is 7. No more peanuts for me, stewardess. Godzilla's my dad. Oh God! Try and do Starbomb to the hello. My name is Damien Priest. I'm gonna have a fight with Drew McIntyre.
Right, that's a challenge. I'm gonna try that.
He's like, you can't take on Drew, Damien. Here's $10. Pack it. Let the training begin. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Oh dear Lord.
That's a challenge to any Game Grumps Starbomb fans out there now. Redo that song, but it's all about Damien Priest thinking he's going to beat Drew, and then Drew beats the living shit out of him. But also, considering Drew did win with ultimately with a Claymore and all that sort of stuff, it was good for Drew to win. Yeah, it was nice for Drew to win a feud.
And not have it taken off him in some form or compared to last year.
Partially tainted by the Doom sponsorship, but I think that'll be fun.
Yes. A win's a win.
A win's a win. And then maybe he might be positioned for like a championship program somewhere down the line. Yeah. Maybe. We'll see.
Hopefully. Oh no.
just to go out for the
I think you're in trouble. Or we're in trouble.
I was expecting Jerry just to randomly pop.
That's how mad he is, everyone. He's had to pull over.
I wasn't dissing Slayer. I just basically
I didn't know the singer anyway.
I am indifferent to Slayer, but I appreciate. And the moment I saw Slayer, the guy from Slayer, Kerry King. There we go. So I don't say the guy from Slayer. The moment I saw Kerry King pop up and say, "Oh, he's from Slayer," I just thought Jeremy would appreciate this. Jeremy would appreciate this a lot.
I'm just imagining Jeremy just like, wait, no, hold on. Sorry.
It's like, hold on a minute. Brum.
I appreciate myself. I know that reference very well.
But we move on to the Intercontinental Championship match. Fatal 4-way, Braun Breaker, who brought Steiner Mass to the kickoff show amazingly well, taking on Penta, the sexy panther walking man of mystery. Someone needs to do that now, to walk like a panther, the song. It's like, walk like a panther tonight.
I'm sure it can be done.
It probably can be done. So yeah, walk like a panther, Penta. It was there, looking quite happy to be there. Who else was there? Oh yes, Finn Balor. Finn Balor was there, as well as Dirty Dom Mysterio as well.
Masks galore from both of them, but I think Dirty Dom's was in referring to his grandfather.
Yes,
I think Finn. I don't know.
Finn just likes masks.
I'll just wear a yellow mask. It just sod it. It's fine. It's weird. Why?
It's like maybe he's trying to be one of those Fortnite characters that has like a yellow balaclava
Trying
over.
to be a banana?
No, he's not balaclava.
I know, but still.
So Finn Balor dressed up as a banana for Fortnite would be quite funny. Just emoting. Finn Balor's here. He's a banana now. Finn Balor's here. He's a banana now. His name is Finn Balor. And he's full of potassium.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
I willed this. It's my own fault. Anyway.
You said banana. I saw an opportunity.
It appealed to you. There you go. Felf had the same idea.
Eat break.
Uso! Hey, main event Jey Uso is now in your city! It's just me, okay. Day one, it's just me, Day one,
Anyway, so yes, we had a fatal 4-way match for the Intercontinental Championship, and yes, fun, frantic, Braun Breaker spearing everyone, left, right, and center. Even poor Carlito again got killed for a second time with a spear. This time, off a table, through a table.
How is that man still alive after? I mean, the first spear from the Raw prior. Jesus! Oh my god!
How is he still alive? Apples,
True.
Harry. Apples.
True.
They're cool.
Fruits. We're learning that fruits are.
Fruits are important in this match.
And I loved at the end. Wade Barrett's like, "How did he survive? This is metal. This is metal, Cole." And he kept.
It's metal, Michael. It's metal. I've not been through metal, Michael. But you see how hard metal is? El Grande Americano had it in his mask. So tough. Anyway. But no, I mean, the underlying element to this match in particular was obviously Dominic and Finn, because obviously they've been having the will they, won't they end up breaking up in some distinct way or form. But no, for the purposes of this match, and even after Raw, for the moment, they're okay. Despite the fact Dirty Dom rose to the occasion, frog splashed Finn after he did a coup de grace on Breaker, pinned Finn to become the Intercontinental Champion, which the crowd were absolutely ecstatic for. And I think it was quite a fun moment, because it's like, considering how far he's come in about 5 years being with WWE, from started off as just being, look, it's Ray's son. Hi, everyone. To being like Uber bastard. in a fun way, not an actual bastard.
No. He has drawn so much heat from the crowd, but in the way that you want to see him to boo him. That's a good thing. Yeah,
that's a good thing.
Yeah,
And it's just like, I mean, the crowd were really, really ecstatic, and it's like, it was quite nice. And I think this adds a bit more of a dynamic to the next chapter of the Judgment Day is breaking up storyline in some shape or form. We just don't know when.
When it's just like Raw, it kind of looked like it, and I was just like, oh, for God's sake, come on.
But then Finn just went, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So we'll just pretend that none of that happened.
They were still in Vegas. They're still in Vegas at this point.
So next week. Next week, Finn or Dom's going to be. I think they're going to position it so Dom's the face in this feud. Because people still love Liv. People want to cheer for Liv. So you have an opportunity to make some of Judgment Day faces, because JD could still go off with Finn, because it's like teacher and protege and per se and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So there's opportunity there. But it's kind of like I don't know if you really would make Finn the face there, especially after they actually got for winning.
Yeah, I think because even the second time when he went to the ring, that was sporadic. He wasn't supposed to do that. He just did that because he went on a whim to celebrate more. And the crowd loved it. I think he got like one of the biggest reactions of WrestleMania was him winning. And I'm glad he won, because it was the writing on the wall basically. And obviously they'd have to Braun now joining this new team. I can't see him turning face though. I can see him. I know Finn is going to be kicked out of Judgment Day.
It's a question of when, not if. When?
Yeah, when? But
if he kicks himself out, or he just goes, "Nah, screw you, I'm going home," or I'm going to do my own thing.
Peter's got a good thing here. He's just like, so who gets Carlito in the divorce?
Wow. Let's just say R-Truth.
Oh.
I mean, R-Truth still thinks he's part of the Judgment Day.
I must bring up something. So they did a video on WWE. They had like the left and the right. So left was Cody and the right was John Cena, who would win. And R-Truth was pretty much straight away Cena. Yeah. His childhood hero. I love Carlito in this group. I think sorry, my voice went there. Sorry. I think Carlito's dropped his accent now. He doesn't.
Oh, he was just being kind of casual. So like, hey,
yeah,
cool.
It's really. I mean, I've rarely heard him outside of doing his accent, but it's just like, oh god, this is actually Carlito as himself, and I just love this bouncy ball of energy trying to impress Raquel, and Raquel's like, go away, Stu, trying to impress Dominic, and it's just like, it's great. I love to see the side of Carlito, but please don't keep killing him with spears because it's not nice.
I mean, if you're getting paid handsomely to take spears, it's
true.
Make a living. Maybe not
the apples.
Just think of all the apples. All the apples, all that sort of stuff. So next, I believe on the card was Randy Orton having a match at Mania. Now he was supposed to fight Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is now out for possibly a year plus with a neck injury, which is sad to hear. So hopefully he gets well soon. So obviously it had been teased a lot of, well, Randy's got to have a match, and it's like, well, Randy has to have a match, and he's already he RKO'd Nick Aldis again, and he's paid that fine already in advance. Long-term storytelling. So part of me was just kind of going, oh, let Nick Aldis have his moment. Let Nick Aldis just go. Yeah, I used to be an NWA champ with my wide shoulders. Let me come down to the ring and give you a lesson. Clearly not. Even Randy turned up, had a mic. He was getting into the whole thing. So I was like, I want someone to come through those doors and find out what they're made of, and they'll get the three most destructive letters in all in sports entertainment, RKO. And the doors open and say his name, and he appears, Joe Hendry, through a strange turn of events has a WrestleMania match.
Do you know what? I loved this moment. I popped so much for this. I was screaming. I was just like,
I mean, 60,000 fans clearly loved that as well. Yes, so So this is the first time I think the TNA champion, the active TNA world champion, had a match at WrestleMania, and it was and it was really good.
I mean, it was a very short match, but really good.
But you know what? I think yeah, I know people have kind of really gone, oh, but he's a champion, he shouldn't be losing in 3 minutes to Randy Orton. It's like, to be honest, it's like this. Think about it. It's like, for Joe Hendry, that is probably going to be one of the greatest nights of his life. To be on a WrestleMania stage, to have a WrestleMania match against a legend in terms of Randy Orton.
Exactly. I mean, and even like when the music was playing, it cut to Randy, and he's just like, and he's bopping along to the music as well.
Like, well, this is
okay.
That's interesting. I think I did read a story, and I need to double check where it's come from, but I think Randy particularly wanted to work with Joe.
I mean, it's not surprising if that's the case. I think Joe is definitely in the right. Sorry, go on.
No, carry on. I'll double check this on Commander Selection.
Because obviously now with TNA and WWE, you are going to have that cross brand thing. And when he appeared on NXT for the first time, oh my god, the pop he got. Jeez. And it was pretty much the same with this. It's and the way they did it as well, because the doors, the way they opened, that's how it opened pretty much for all the matches. But when you saw that open a tiny bit and you didn't realize who it was only when the music kicked in, and then the turnaround, it's just like, oh my god. It's amazing. Even the ending as well, like how it ended as well. It was just like Joe was having some fun doing the whole turnaround, and then suddenly zoom out, RKO, bye.
Yeah. So, just to confirm, so Bonnie Stan was first reported it was, in fact, Orton himself who pitched the face Hendry at Mania. Sean Ross Sapp at Fightful later confirmed WWE sources had indicated that the same to him. Orton was reportedly very impressed with Hendry's rise to fame and handpicked him as the potential opponent for the show.
That's incredible. That's amazing. I'm so happy about that.
So that's got to be a good ringing side of endorsement to have that. There.
Yes. Oh god, yeah, that's a huge endorsement. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're right. People are saying TNA champion should have lost. I don't care. This was incredible. This was an amazing moment for someone who has built himself so much in the last year and a bit, and then suddenly you have 60,000 people singing along and clapping, waving their hands in the air, and it's just like, I loved this for Joe. It was just amazing, and I was just so happy for him that this happened. I don't care if he lost. He had his WrestleMania moment.
Yeah,
you know, not many people do, and not many people have matches where they live on. But this is, and also because this is Randy's 20th match at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
that's a good way to remember it. And yeah, I just hope. I mean, obviously he was in NXT last night, so there is still that cross branding. The cross brand, let that continue. So yeah, I love this moment, and when I saw it, I was just like, I want to know your reaction to it, because I was eager to know what it was, because I was like, the only one I knew ahead of time before you, and it's just like, I'm waiting.
No, I was just very pleased. It was very pleased to see him. I was very pleased to see him actually, because like it's been a hell of a year. He's become TNA World Champ. He's had his wrestling song in the top 10 downloads and all that sort of stuff. He's just become very synonymous. And he successfully popped up in NXT. And absolutely, he is going to WWE once his contract is done.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
It is the most open shut contract talks I think we'll ever see, to be perfectly honest.
It'll be the worst kept secret, yeah. At this point,
yeah, pretty much. I mean, obviously, when he's turned up and said, "Hey, I want to have a chat with Obafemi about having a match," it's like, okay, we're intrigued, because I'm sure there's a little bit of WWE and TNA possibly going, what if it is a big what if, but it's just like, could they put an NXT championship on Joe Hendry as well and make him like a 2 promotional champion? It would be insane, but it's like, part of me depends on how they really want to treat Obafemi's reign, because he's a beast and I love him.
Yep, he's great.
So so that's going to be quite a thing to ponder about, but entertaining nonetheless.
Definitely, yeah.
Yes, but and yes, also as mentioned in the chat, Randy after giving him an best RKO is the best kind of like do the pose RKO. And there was a great kind of recorded clip of like I think it's a soundbite from Family Guy, just like look at him in the wild, so happy. Oh my god, he's been hit by a car with the RKO in that sort of way.
And then Randy had his own fun with it at the end, where he did the pose and then turned it into the.
And like, I'm going to do the pose. Wait a minute.
I just love the crowd just go, hey!
Yay! See, that's quite an endorsement of Randy Orton's game to handpick you and also get involved in the silly shenanigans as well. So that's a lovely little thing.
Yeah.
Right. We move on from Joe Hendry's WrestleMania cameo to AJ Styles versus Logan Paul, which was, again, I think pretty much a bit of a palate cleanser after like the energy highs we've had over the last couple of matches.
Yeah.
It was a solid match. It was pretty unremarkable, to be perfectly honest. And
okay,
Logan Paul continues to be annoyingly good at things.
Oh, the drone.
Even like the entrance ideas, like just plucking the drone out the air, just going, come with me, little drone. We're gonna go on a little event. We're gonna go on a little journey. It's like, okay, Logan. Put me down, Logan. I don't want to go this way. No, because he's so humble. Again, the Fiend works so well because we know he's not humble. He's a prick, but it works so fucking well because he's humble.
Oh god!
Remember, Harriet, we're so humble.
Humble.
Humble. Oh no! I've just seen something in the chat from Fel.
Oh no! No, I am
very.
Of that.
Yeah, I found that funny.
Like,
that's the sort of dark humor that appeals sometimes to me. Oh dear. But yeah, this was fairly. It was fine. I mean.
And then Karrion Kross got involved because
Karrion Kross got involved because he needed AJ to beat evil AJ to beat Logan Paul to prove that he didn't just have to be a YouTuber to come in and wrestle. And AJ Styles went, no, I'm gonna win the honest way, and then got punched in the face and pulverized.
Yeah.
and then the end. So yeah, I mean, I think the big talking point is probably Karrion Kross having a hell of a rant on the post show, on the YouTube post show after, which some people didn't know was real or not.
Yeah, they didn't know if it was a shoot thing or yeah.
I think many people have akined it to like Miz's promo on Talking Smack to Daniel Bryan, which kind of makes sense. But this time, Karen's allowed to swear.
I mean, if you can watch it, I was just like, by the end, I was just like, come on, give this man more matches.
Yeah,
don't have him as a backstage presence of like putting poison in people's ear, because that's what I mean. He did that with the New Day as well, because it kind of went around where they walked by him and he literally just went sort of thing.
Yeah,
so,
but no, the general gist of Cross's rant was, it's kind of like highlighting his frustrations of being a good soldier, and he's kind of fed up of following kind of good intentions, or not say good intentions, just trying to be a good person in the company per se. It's just like the ultimate, the big kind of line becomes, become undeniable my ass. You want to find a real moment of all the true fans of professional wrestling. You want to find the real moment of all the true fans of professional wrestling. Guy in the suit and tie in the truck, go fuck yourself. So I'm not sure that was properly this hasn't been properly transcripted on the site I'm looking at the moment. But basically he told whoever was in charge of the production truck to go F themselves.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And considering Cross's contract coming up soon, I would like to think there is something about to kind of happen here in terms of moving moving things forward. And I mean, it's like Matty said it quite nicely in the chat. Everyone Cross is confronted has since turned, even approached Seth.
True.
And that means, and Sammy's probably on the same pathway as well, considering there was that thing as well. So it's like, I think Cross as a character has become very, very fascinating to watch in Raw, especially in the behind the scenes and stuff like that. So hope, and he's started having to do some nice wrestling matches as well. He was on Main Event in the UK, and he was on Raw for AJ's match as well a couple of weeks ago. I would like to think that they are going to do something with Cross now, because I think he can demonstrate he can captivate an audience with a promo. It's now time to do the wrestling. And people can kind of say, I know back in the NXT days, his wrestling was probably not great, but the fact is, I think that's because I think the character was a bit kind of too old school, possibly.
Yeah, it wasn't what he is now.
Yeah, per se. So, but yeah, now it's like the character's part of the wrestling as well. Or the character is infused with the wrestling as well. But yes. Thanks for sending that over, Manny. We'll have a look at that in a little bit. Cool. It's like, don't believe me, I voted for Cross.
That's a Simpsons reference.
But yes, I mean, I'd like to see something happen with Karen, to be perfectly honest. It's like, it'll be a shame if the contract expires and
nothing happens.
And nothing happens, really.
Yeah.
Because I think over the last couple of months, even after they've taken all of his original stable out of the way now, like AOP and Paul Heyman got released again, you kind of feel like he should be able to run now. Anyway, we move on to the Women's Tag Team Championship match, which is kind of neatly in a nice bundle for this and Raw, to be perfectly honest, because Lyra Valkyria and Bayley were supposed to take on Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Unfortunately, Bayley had a bit of an accident backstage, or attacked, or written off, and Lyra Valkyria needed someone to fly down to the ring with. She was dressed as the dove from above, going ka 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 ka, per se. And yes, to the moment they said, "Oh, Lyra Valkyria needs a partner," it's like, well, she's Irish and she has good friendship with someone else from Ireland. Well, this is how we're bringing Becky in, aren't we? Which is nice to see Becky Lynch back, because it has been over a year. So it's been nice to see Becky Lynch back. Like I said, it's a bit of a kick for Bayley, because it's like she had a perfectly good Mania or Stand and Deliver match in terms of Perez on the table, and nothing really happened.
I am so indifferent to this match because of Bayley, because I feel like they are doing Bayley so dirty at the moment, and I don't like it. She even had an interview with Chris Van Fleet, and even she was questioning her loyalty to WWE at this point. I'm not gonna lie, don't get me wrong, I'm happy Becky's back, but there was still a perfectly good match with Bayley, and like you said, a perfectly good match with Roxanne Perez as well. And then suddenly, oh no, Bayley's injured. I
was like, my knee.
I was just not happy.
It was fine. It was a fine match. It was good to see Becky back. And basically, the moment Becky appeared, it's like, well, they're definitely winning these belts, because there's no way you are making Becky lose on her return.
No, and also the Raw match was much better than the Mania match. I think.
And
because
basically,
it was very much
and in the space of 24 hours, they won the belts, they lost the belts, and Becky turned heel. So, so it's like, why the fuck not?
I did like the fact when she kept on doing the attack on her, the crowd just kept on going, one more time.
One time. It's like, you want me to hit the dove from above one more time? All right, then.
Oh, my God. So this is what I mean. It's like, even though she was supposed to be a heel, people will still love Becky. You know? It happened last time. It's going to happen again.
Yeah. It's a bit weird.
And also, it's like Peter says, it doesn't help Lyra in any way. She's your Intercontinental Champion. Oh.
Well, Becky's going to take the belt off her, I bet, then.
Well, this is what I was thinking was going to happen with Bayley. I thought Bayley was going to be the one who was going to take it, but no, it looks like it could be Becky at this point.
Yeah. We'll have to see. It's just really weird booking. It's like I think Wrestle Talk summed it best. So basically, we've done a couple of months of booking in the space of 24 hours. It's like, calm down, Trips. You don't need to do the breakup that fast. Do it.
No, right?
You know, either take your time or do it straight away. It's gotta be in between. It's gotta be in between.
It gets too impatient.
It's gotta be too impatient. But yes. And then last but not least, we had the main event. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena in his final year as an active competitor, looking to win the 17th championship. They've had back and forths over the last couple of weeks verbally, which were fun to watch. And John Cena was here to ruin wrestling because he turned up and he had nothing for his Titantron except his name in bold Arial writing.
People hated this. I thought it was genius. I thought it was fucking genius. I'm sorry.
It's like you want bright colors at WrestleMania? Fuck off. No.
Yeah. This is what he said. I'm not giving you anything. And he gave nothing. He literally just gave you a plain John Cena graphic, came out literally all black, and it was just like it was like he was soulless. There was no soul to this anymore, which that pretty much sold his soul.
Yeah. Complete with the time is now music just casually playing. And
just walking slowly to the ring.
Slowly with towel behind him saying last time is now.
Yeah.
Delicately placing it down.
I just love the fact he carried on with Raw as well. And I'm just like, stick with that, keep that. It's brilliant.
We'll talk about the Raw stuff shortly.
Oh yes.
But Cody came out. He had some wicked cool dirt bikers. Why the fuck does Cody Rhodes need dirt bikers? I will never fucking know. Apologies for my language, but it's getting to that point now.
Yeah, we've come to this point. Yeah, this is the serious bit now. We really.
It's like look, dirt bikes. Adrenaline in my soul. Dirt bike there. Unless there's video of Cody Rhodes riding a dirt bike years ago just saying, I love some dirt biking me.
I don't understand it. I mean, the mask was cool.
The mask was cool. It's like Cody Rhodes.
Up.
Cody just went, I want to be like Iron Man. Give me the skull, but it's like Iron Man now. That's all right. I'm fine. And then, I don't know. It's like it was a Cody entrance. A Cody entrance was fine. Like, no, whoa, all that sort of stuff. But it's just to make look, dirt bikes. All right. it's up there, but it's like, why you got that? Because that's fucking cool. No, it's not.
Was this a last minute Triple H idea? I don't know.
Before that, we had John Cena shouting "Snackdown" with a giant cone of ice cream. And then we cut to a crowd all cheering the fact that John Cena was there being a dickish heel and going, yeah, but he's still sponsoring our icy treat.
Oh, my God.
And then the cool thing with Cena is, like, even with the introduction, Cena didn't do any like showboating. He just kind of paced around the ring. He just kind of walked up to the front of the hard cam bit and just went, yeah. And then walked back the way he came.
I think that was pretty much the match itself. He just couldn't be bothered, or he just was like, and then got into it, basically. He just didn't want to give any effort to Cody at all, pretty much.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, I feel you're beneath me. That's the kind of impression I got throughout the match.
And to a point, I think the build-up of the match up until a certain point worked pretty well, because it was like, Cody was coming back at any sort of attack that John was doing. Even John's stooping low to like cheating, like moving turnbuckles, ref bumps galore, all that sort of stuff. It just wasn't working for him. And yeah, that's fine. I think also to a degree, it's being mindful that he's probably got a few more movies to film. I mean, a trailer for his Head of State action comedy of Idris Elba came out today, which
saw that,
which looks a lot of fun.
Yeah, I saw that on the news this morning. I was just like, wow, okay. Yeah, I think because it did play very safe in regards to there wasn't any big moves per se.
Yeah.
It was kind of slow paced, but I did like the impression John gave in regards to it worked. And then, like you said, till a certain point when then you heard the music and it's just like, oh no.
And it's like we're building up again. Basically, eventually we have the ref bump, and it's like Cody's got a visual pin on Cena for like 20 odd seconds, and then Travis Scott's music starts playing, and out comes Travis Scott slowly, so bloody slowly, to the ring with his hardcore championship, his replica, going, yeah, all that sort of stuff, and then kind of having a beef with Cody, and then just getting crossroads.
Yep.
Oh, then also stopping the count as well, because I think the ref was about to count for 3 as well.
Oh yeah, he pulled him out. Yeah.
And then after that, there was some shenanigans with the belt, or the wrestling belt, where Cody took the belt off Cena, and Cena went, "No, Cody, no, I'm a good guy. I'm your hero."
Yeah, he was literally pleading.
I'm a good guy. I've been in Peacekeeper, a Peacemaker. I love BTS, all that sort of stuff. I was in Fighting Fire with Fire, that wonderful family comedy from Nickelodeon. I'm in a lot of good stuff.
I was in Jackpot.
I was in Ferdinand. I was in
Oh God. Imagine it's the Snuffest movie things.
I was in 12 rounds. I was the Marine. I was in the reunion.
That's why Cody was fighting. It's like, I mean, some of them were good. Should I? Shouldn't I? Some of them were bad.
I was in Bumblebee. I was the king of CrossFit in Trainwreck. I'm the future of the DC universe.
Oh,
and Cody just went, "Wow, shit, that's a problem. I can't be up someone who's going to be in the DC universe. That'd just be mean." And then, of course, kick to the fucking balls. And one title shot later, John Cena wins the 7-team championship, which I think we all expected to happen.
Oh yeah, I mean, probably after 2 crossroads, yeah.
But
prior,
but not with this lackluster shit.
I mean, yeah, pretty much, because there was one elephant in the room that was obviously missing, and it was a rock-shaped one, and don't know where the hell he was. But then apparently we learned today, I didn't feel like the need to turn up. It's just like, but you caused this. You were the cause of this. Where the fuck were you?
So, obviously,
Sorry,
with Travis Scott turning up, when
but...
Travis Scott is turning up, you're expecting The Rock to turn up as well to continue this storyline from Elimination Chamber.
Yes.
And that really did not happen at all. No. And we kind of got some reasoning from Dwayne himself on the Pat McAfee show. Because basically about the elimination thing, I'm reading off a transcript here, which is currently on the Cultaholic website. So I got a call about a month ago before Elimination Chamber. I got a call from Ari Emanuel, and he said, "We need your help in Elimination Chamber. Ticket sales are a little slow, but beyond that, what we're finding is with Elimination Chamber, it's become the pay-per-view that has become interesting. Fans have to have fun, but it's also conduit to WrestleMania. So how do we create Elimination Chamber that people must tune in to see? How do we create that? Right now, we don't have that. Will the final boss show up?" The Rock said. So basically, so The Rock then goes on to say, "It was a litmus test to find out, in my opinion, how fans respond if Cody sold his soul to the final boss. Let's get a temperature check on this. Let's establish it. Let's anchor it." And you come to find out there were a lot of fans who were saying, "Sell your soul. This shit is gonna be crazy. Whatever it is, it's gonna be compelling. It's gonna be great. Let's do it. Sell your soul." So I was an advocate of that, not turning Cody heel soon, but eventually down the line. I like the idea of that because Cody's a smart guy. He's an intelligent guy. He's a ring general. He's going on about this, and I think you give him a reason to turn way down the road. By the way, you give him a reason to turn, not based on titles, not based on this, but it's his soul and what it means. That affects generations. That's transcendent beyond pro wrestling, and fans were loving it. So it was apparently Triple H who pitched John Cena to turn heel. The Rock loved it. So did Cena. And then they did the angle. And then The Rock said it would be best if he wasn't involved in WrestleMania at all.
Yeah.
As he wanted the spotlight to be on Cody and John.
I don't get this. It's like I said at the beginning last year. The Rock turned up, turned everything upside down, left. And
But he stayed off basically he stayed on. He stayed on, and it made all sense. This made no sense. So even if he's saying when we're moving forward with John and this idea of getting him crowned at WrestleMania and being a heel champion, I know the best thing for the final boss, we established this idea of Cody Soul. We can always come back to it. I did feel, I made the call, I don't want to be involved in that. Step back, let the final boss step back into the shadows. Let all the spotlight go to John. Let it go to Cody. Let's not make it about Cody's soul eventually or John's soul. Let's let them do what they do. I called John after Elimination Chamber. I spoke to him. I called Cody and said, I think the final boss's work is done. We've established it. We've pulled off the greatest angle in the history of professional wrestling other than Hulk Hogan turning heel. I said, this is amazing. We have 6 weeks. Now let's build. You guys go and crush it, and I'll be right there with you. And I'll always be here if you need me. But I think it's best for the final boss not to be involved in that finish. For fuck's sake!
But
John
Cena sold his soul. Why the flip is there saying about the soul? And they even brought it up on Raw or SmackDown. I don't know which one it was, but they brought it up, and I'm like, oh, for God's sake. I'm imagining that meme of The Rock and that just the giant transcript just taken over the whole of the page at this point. It's just like,
let's not forget he also called Wrestling News sites who said he wouldn't be at Mania and said that was bullshit. Well, clearly it wasn't bullshit.
No, it was true.
There was some truth to it then.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
do we need to put Dwayne's face and teach you them?
I said this to you before chat, before we go live.
My work here is done. My work here is done. Dwayne, you did fuck all. No. Dwayne, you helped make something happen, and then you left before it was finished.
And then
that's what he's done.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
it's annoying.
Yeah,
it's annoying because I think even if you had The Rock turn up like a week before, 2 weeks before, and we got the full explanation in place, then you know what? Fine. Whatever happened, so you could have said something like, "Oh, anything happens, Travis Scott's gonna be in your corner, John, if something goes wrong."
Yes,
because then that sets it all up. That sets it all up into play. But this is just kind of like at this point, you're expecting unless it was happening, you're expecting Travis and The Rock. I think even in the interview, it's not on the thing I'm looking from Cultaholic, but even in the interview, he's also critiquing the main event, saying, "Well, I'm a bit surprised Travis Scott turned up because I was thinking when Travis Scott turned up, everyone now think, well, where's the final boss?" And it's like,
I saw the veins in the back of your hand literally just anger.
It's like maybe that wouldn't have happened, Wayne, if you were fucking there.
Oh dear.
He would have tweeted. He said, "Well, first of all, Wayne, you have to actually be there to tweet it, not just randomly go."
Oh my god! I before we go into Raw, the press conference with Cena was very funny. I will say, I'm only here because I'm paid to be here. And then every question they kept on asking him is, I feel that's very much a clickbait question next sort of thing. every time someone asked a question.
There's side point. There's footage of John Cena just still interacting with fans and being like, happy to be here, John Cena, which is, I find quite strange, but also is like, huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I saw him do a DJ set or something, and someone.
Yeah, he turned up on Saturday night at a DJ just saying, we're going to have a lot of fun.
That was it, yeah.
And it's like, I thought you hated us, John. Why are you here now?
This is such much gaslighting, it's unreal. Oh my god. And then Raw after.
Yeah,
now, I kid you not, when he came with the belt backwards, I was expecting the spinner belt. I really was. I was disappointed, but still.
Yeah, John Cena made a triumphant arrival at Raw, got the announcer to redo his announcement to make sure people knew that he was now the greatest wrestler of all time with the 17 belts, and all that sort of jazz. And yeah, John Cena just basically went, "Yeah, I told you," and even the crowd tried to say sorry, and he went, "Nope, I don't believe it. You're all not sorry. I can look around and say, yep, this is the sorriest bunch of lowlifes that I've ever seen in a wrestling arena."
I mean, he did give a good point in regards to people with boo and code, and he said, "See, this is why I don't trust you, because you boo him one night and you love him the other," sort of thing. fickle fans.
Mm.
But the countdown.
I
Now,
love the countdown.
oh my God, this. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
So basically, John, the crux of John's speech was he told people, I want you to remember the number 36 because that's how many dates I've agreed to do this year. And on the big Titantrons, the number 36 and days popped up. And then basically he started counting off what he's already done, like the first Raw all the way through to where we are now. And it whittled the clock down to 27 dates. And basically that is the ticking time bomb of John Cena leaving WWE with the belt.
It's like a movie. It's like a cinematic movie of like a countdown. Or can we defeat him before he leaves with the title?
Yeah.
I love it. I love this so much because he can just turn up and just go. That's him gone. Doesn't have to wrestle.
Yeah, he can. I would not be surprised for one of the dates. He just turns up, just goes 26, and then and then he just goes.
I know he's going to the one in Perth.
So
that's October.
He has been confirmed for Perth. So they're going to be doing an event in Perth where he's turning up. I don't know if that's a PLE. I think that might be a PLE.
I think it is a PLE, but I don't know which one off the top of my head. Unless it's a special one-off show. I don't know because they did say that it was going to happen. So that's one.
They've announced a couple of events over the weekend because we know Backlash is next in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
We know Money in the Bank is after that in June. Mm-hmm. There is also a Saturday night's main event coming up, which I think Cena's confirmed for as well. Basically, I would imagine any PLE, Cena's going to be there in some shape or form right now.
Yeah, and there was. Sorry, go on.
So that's probably maybe a third of the dates then.
Yep, I'd say. And also the way that the segment ended, there's going to be. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm happy with what's going to happen, but it's pretty much Orton gave him an RKO. Though I did love seeing the turn around and go, shit.
Well, no, because he asked people to come around and bear witness. So you can take a photo of the last great champion in WWE, and then Randy Orton in camera perfectly just has him just pop up.
Yeah,
going, hello.
Yeah.
Hello, it's me. It's Randy Orton. And then he just turns around and goes, ah! He gets RKO'd. And the fact of the matter, I think the interesting thing with this feud's going to be Randy Orton is the face and John Cena's the heel. And I don't think we've had that before.
No,
we definitely not had that before.
Yeah.
So it's going to be quite interesting. I mean, obviously the wrestling's going to be interesting. Well, it'll be
something
the
we've seen many, many times years ago. It's like, what year is this? It's that meme.
Yes, pretty much. So we will see how that pans out. But you know what? I do like the idea of Orton being. It's a nice callback because I think if you're going to do like greatest hits, then you're going to do Orton. You're definitely doing Punk at some point.
Yes.
Punk's definitely got to be challenging for that belt at some point.
And Cody. I think Cody's going to win the belt.
Cody has to win the belt back.
Yeah.
Or you never know. John might actually do it. We might have an end game. We might have an Infinity War ending again, and just basically,
oh no,
John just does walk off with the belt, and we create a new belt, and then John comes back. But yeah, a lot of people in the chat, Peter and Matthew, saying Punk for Money in the Bank, and I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
that definitely does. And I think whoever wins the Money in the Bank briefcase will probably be going after the World Championship again.
Yeah, I believe so. Oh yeah, there's a couple of things we didn't mention. Oh, hold on, that ball-headed here. Oh dear.
We got very angry, David. We have been very angry about that.
I mean, there's a couple of things we didn't mention. Raw. Well, we'll wrap up. Rusev returned.
Oh yes, Rusev's back.
And JD McDonough's back.
Yes.
At least he's freshly okay now and back with Judgment Day, so that's good.
The only thing I have got on my other bits that we definitely have not talked about is Stone Cold Steve Austin accidentally driving into a barricade, which on one half was quite funny, but the other half is like, oh dear.
I mean, that woman did not look happy. I don't know what she said or something, because
Well, he had Nick Khan run over and talk to her straight away.
I think probably because you don't want to be sued. Yeah, being funny.
I mean, the question, well, yes, basically for context, Stone Cold came out to do the attendance chat, but basically he had a quad bike. He drove around a couple of times, and then he turned too badly and drove straight into the barricade, knocking someone down, and they did not look very happy. And that was still currently on the Netflix broadcast when I was watching it. So it's like,
still up there.
It's like, oh no.
I think that probably will be cut soon.
Yeah, I mean, I had an I found out it kind of. I think I knew about this from just glancing at Google News before I actually watched it. I thought, oh, something happens on the ramp, but they're like, no, it actually happens down near the ramp.
That's the only kind of spoiler I saw, but it was like
Yeah.
it's not really a great one to.
Yeah, it's like it'll be on WrestleMania. We know that's for certain.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes, and yeah, I think in all that is WrestleMania and the Raw After Mania in a nutshell, and we have nicely clicked it under 2 hours as we
Yes.
thought.
Yeah. Which is good
Yeah,
because we were
yeah.
like, will we do this? It's like, yeah, we could try.
Yeah, we will do it. It's like, but we don't know how long. It's like we've said, we'll give ourselves at least a 2 hour slot to cover this. And yeah, 2 hours is plenty enough. We went on a journey. We went on a journey from weather reports to Paul Heyman ball punching, or dick punching,
To bananas.
to Finn Balor as a banana in Fortnite, which now has to happen. I'm sorry, it has to happen.
I don't think I'll ever see Paul Heyman that clip again without breaking off it.
And yes, The Rock continues to be a menace to wrestling. No. He continues to help wrestling in that shape or form. So yes, I think that is a good point to bring things to a close. We've been here for 2 hours and we've had a very steady stream of viewers join us all night today as well. So thank you so much for sitting with us, for listening to us, for getting involved in us as well, all that sort of stuff. It's been absolutely fun today, and there's been a lot of chat in the chat as well. So lovely. So thank you very much for getting involved for today. In terms of BunkaMania content, let me look at the calendar and let me see what's coming up soon. Well, hopefully, we might have a quiz smash next week. I need to get one written. But also, I think I have to make a decision on how we're going to do championships on that one. I think we might just build a nice league table.
We have a scattering of champions.
We have a scatter of champions, but people's availabilities, we try to accommodate best as we can. So maybe just so we can happily run every month, we'll just do a nice little league table per se, and we'll update it maybe on Blue Sky every month. So I was like, the league tables, like this person's won it twice. Like 3 points, for victory, 2 points for coming second, 1 point for third, and no points for last. Or we do 4-3-2-1. We'll do Taskmaster rings, all that sort of stuff. That's for discussion for another week. So yes, there is some bunker chat. There'll be hopefully some quiz smash next week. If not, probably in the first week of May. I'm trying to think. What's the next? Is there an AEW event coming up? I don't know. The calendar, it's all merged into one. I know we'll definitely be back in terms of WWE content. We'll be back to talk about Backlash, which will might be happening on. Yeah, we'll probably do it on Sunday. We'll do it probably Sunday the 11th in the evening on that one.
What's that? Sorry,
Backlash.
Oh yes, that's true. That's Backlash. The next one, and
that's
then
the next one for WWE. Double Or Nothing.
Double or Nothing is the 25th of May.
Okay, so that's Bank Holiday weekend. So that's your next AEW content per se. But obviously, we'll try and do some extra bits in between as well, because we haven't done a Rumble stream for a while, so we can talk about all things outside of normal WWE and AEW stuff. We can also talk some movies and all that stuff as well. And you never know, if 2K25 becomes uber cheap, we'll actually get in and start doing some gaming streams with it.
It's on discount at the moment, but it's still expensive, and I'm just
still 50 quid. It's still 50 quid. It's like you can save 25%. It's like, that's still expensive, Xbox. I don't know why you're celebrating. I mean, it's not like the £100 for Switch games at the moment, or 90 for Switch games too. I don't know. That's another conversation. Maybe we can do a nice conversation about video games.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Yes, but yes. Before we sign off, we can do some plugging as well. Harriet, where can people follow you?
You can follow me on Blue Sky at MangaGirl232. Details are down below. I'm actually taking a break on Twitch at the moment just to concentrate more for Bunker for the next couple of weeks. And also to record some new reactions for Monday Night War for Wrestle Talk, or for Parts Unknown, because I'm a bit behind. So my YouTube is where I post my reaction videos. So just give me till next week or the week after. I need to sleep. I'm still very tired and I'm working this week. So yes, I'm going to be working on that for the next couple of weeks, but I should be back on Twitch on the 6th of May. I still don't know what I'm playing because lacking a console that I should be playing. But I have pre-ordered Switch too, so that's a good thing. But yes, just follow me on Blue Sky. That's where I post my schedule for what I'm playing, and also where I post my videos as well. So you can find me mainly on Blue Sky.
Thank you very much. And you can follow me over at, let me bring it up on screen. You can follow me over on Twitch or at Blue Sky at the Dekker Dane, all one word. I stream Mondays and Wednesdays. Well, not today, unfortunately, because I've been focused on the WrestleMania show, but we are back to normal business on Monday, and we'll be continuing with Indiana Jones and the Great Circle and my attempt to blow scorpions away with the power of my breath in the game. Not literally me going, because nothing will happen and I'll get very, very annoyed at the game. And yes, we can see how else the game's going to make me tense and anxious and all that sort of stuff. But it's been fun so far. I won't lie. It has been a good fun game at the moment. And then probably next Wednesday as well, we'll carry on doing Cursed Cafe as well with Gaston, the golf bro, as well. Because no one plays golf like Gaston. And then the week after that, it'll be watch along. 40th birthday's coming up in May as well. So I'll probably be doing a special stream on 12th, which is the Monday. So it might be a bumper stream. So keep your eye out on the Twitch for that one as well. And if you would like to follow us here on BunkaMania, hit the follow button. It's completely free to do so. You can also follow us over on YouTube with a subscribe button as well. It will bring you all latest videos there, including live streams like this and any additional content we do, like BunkaMania Goes to the Movies and other content as well. So let me get the chat back up so I can see people. So until next time, enjoy the rest of your week and keep enjoying your wrestling. It's been a long week of wrestling. There's been so much wrestling, but the wrestling is going on forever. But you know, there's one thing we can all come together and do, and that's yeet.
Uso! Hey, main event Jey Uso is now in your city! It's just me, ooh! Okay, day one, it's just me, ooh! Day one,
Yes, we can eat like that, or we can do a cool eat like this. It's just meatless. Day one-ish. Just means day one-ish and all that stuff. Yeet. Or, if we're going to use in the proper tongue, yeet. 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 And all that jazz. Until next time, have a lovely evening. Enjoy the rest of your week. And we will see you very, very soon. From me, the Dekker Dane, from my Harriet, we will see you soon. And all together now, we can do a big eat. 3, 2, 1. Yeet. Good night.